Hello dear students, how are you? Welcome back once again in the third part of this video, which is Poetic Devices. I hope whatever we have studied in first two video, you have understood that thoroughly. So of course we are left with the conclusive part of this video. So why to take longer time? Let's initiate the third part of this video. So the very next poetic device I am gonna teach you, that is what is called onomatopoeia. No paya, neither maya, it's onomatopoeia. ना किसी का पहिया ना किसी की मैया. What is the noun? Onomatopoeia. Alright. So what is onomatopoeia? This is the poetic device in which we understand something through a sound. Once again, I would like to repeat, we understand something through a sound. So what happens? Whatever action is taking place there, we hear any resembling sound, similar sound. So that resembling sound, similar sound, make that expression an onomatopoeic expression. In fact, all the sounds can be included in the category of onomatopoeia. For example, barking of dog, twittering of bird, chinking of coins. You understand? Chink coins, that soft musical sound when coins are counted, of course. That sound is always very pleasurable for everyone. Everyone loves to hear that sound. And what else could be called? The example, it's given there down. I chatter when I flow. So this is the example from a poem whose name is The Brook. This poem has been written by Alfred Lord Tennyson, a very famous, renowned poet of literature. So in this poem, I chatter when I flow. Here, chatter sound is onomatopoeic sound. So this sound, in fact, lets us know the music which is created by the brook. What is brook? A small size river is called brook. When brook flows over stony path, it creates soft musical sound. So that musical sound has been called chatter sound. Alright, next example of onomatopoeia is the rustling of leaves. Alright, grunting of elephant, barking of dogs. Alright, so all those sounds which in fact enable us to understand something, they are called onomatopoeic sound. So the next poetic device we are gonna learn, that what is called alliteration. Now what is alliteration? Alliteration is music. It is used to bring symphony, music in the poem. So now let's understand it formally through definition. So what is alliteration? In a poem, in fact in a particular line of poem, when any particular sound is repeated at close intervals more than once, whenever any particular sound, remember what I am saying, whenever any particular sound is repeated more than once, that what is called alliteration. Alright, and of course, why alliteration is done? Alliteration is done for making a poem more musical. Let's understand it through some examples. For the very first example, when wasteful war shall statues overturn. When wasteful war shall statues overturn. So this is, I would say, the best example of alliteration. How musical this line is. See, first of all, the word W has been repeated thrice. When wasteful war, W dot, no dot is not there. When wasteful war, W shall statues overturn, and then the repetition of S sound. So what a perfect example of alliteration this becomes. So the next example is till Philip form I flow. So can you let me know which particular sound is being repeated here? Yes, any guess? That's very correct. F sound is being repeated here. And can you let me know how many times this F sound is being repeated here? Philip, form, I flow. So F is 2 times. It means it being repeated twice. And you are absolutely incorrect. How you are incorrect? You have not paid attention. When we pronounce Phillips, although the spelling of Philip starts with P, but when it is pronounced, it creates F sound. Phillips. Alright, so that is why in this line the sound of F has been repeated thrice. So that's what we need to remember. Alliteration is, when we go for alliteration, we have to avoid spelling. What we have to go for? We have to go for sound. Next an example. His horseman hard behind us ride. His horseman hard behind us ride. Which sound is being repeated? H sound. And how many times has it come in the line? 3 times. Again, in fact, let me make it show that alliteration is applied when a sound is more than one. Even if 2 times the same sound has been repeated, that's what makes alliteration. For example, then who will see my bony bird? Then who will see my bony bird? B and B. In fact, this word is itself very terrible. You must not repeat BB so speedily. When you say BB, it in fact makes a terrifying word. BB is always pronounced in different way. How BB should be pronounced? B and B. Because when you pronounce BB speedily, it becomes a terrible word. So this is what is called PJ, a bad joke, a little poor joke. So next example of alliteration is, what is that? The wild water went over his child. The wild water went over his child. W sound is there, which is being repeated thrice. So, you must have understood that what is alliteration? The repetition of same sound, not word, is called alliteration. Here, you have been given some examples to understand alliteration. So student, the next poetic device we are gonna learn, that's what is called irony. And let me tell you, this poetic device is quite complicated. Complicated, understand? Intricate, difficult. Why it's complicated? Because this poetic device cannot be understood through definition. It's very difficult to confine this poetic device with words. So we'll have to understand this poetic device through some examples to get better grip of it. So that next poetic device is irony. What is that? Irony. So what is irony? Let's understand it first of all through definition. So its definition says that irony is a twist of words. It is a twist of words, where the actual meaning of a happening, actual sense of a happening is very much different from literal happening. Where actual sense of happening is very much different from literal happening. It means what is spoken or written or done, in actual there is a complete different sense out of that. How to understand? I know that you must not have understood much about it. So to understand irony, let me quote a line which I used to be taught by my sir when he used to teach me irony. So what is that example? Quite funny example is there. So example is, जब दांत थे तो चने नहीं, और जब चने हैं तो दांत नहीं. Again I would like to repeat. When it's a habit of speaking English. So जब दांत थे तो चने नहीं, और जब चने हैं तो दांत नहीं. Alright, and I know that still you must not have understood much about it. So now I am compelled to coin a story, and this is actual real story which I always tell my students to make them understand irony. So this story is of my neighborhood. In my childhood there was an uncle, and that uncle was very much fond of eating. He loved to eat, but unfortunately, he was not well off, means he was not rich. So, whatever limited sources of income he had with them, he was hardly able to run the cart of his life. It means he was not able to fulfill his fondness of eating, but he was very, very laborious, very hardworking. So what he did, he worked day in, day out like an ox. He kept on working. Subsequently, he accumulated, he collected good wealth, and now today he is a prosperous man of my locality. He has enough to fulfill his fondness of eating. He can eat whatever he wants to eat. But now see the twist of his life. See the irony of his life. He has money, enough money to eat what he wants to eat. But unfortunately, today he is diabetic and he has got BP. Alright, and that is why he is allowed to eat neither salt nor sugar. So see, today he has money to buy everything, whatever he wants to eat, he can. But unfortunately, he is denied for sweet and salt both, and that is why he is unable to fulfill his fondness of eating. So this is what is called irony. His life has played a twist with him. When he did not have money, he wanted to eat. Today he has money, he cannot eat. So this is what is called irony, where actual happening is completely different from literal happening. Alright, where there is a twist in real sense and in fact a different sense. So that's what is called irony. Again, I would say irony can be understood well through examples, through situation. It's difficult to define it, although the definition has been given there. And of course, we cannot give many examples of it. The reason is there, irony comes out situationally. A plain sentence cannot make us understand what is irony if situations are given. In those situations, this twist comes before us. So that is why if a particular statement is written, you won't be able to get the previous given situation to understand irony in that statement. So that is why irony cannot be defined through particular statement, although it's applied too much. In fact, it's too much in a life. There are so many situations which are ironical. For example, let me make another situation. Yes, see what happened. There are so many students who come to, why so many? Every student comes to the school to study. But what happened? Once a teacher asked that student, should I teach? What is the reply? In fact, almost entire class says, no sir, no ma'am, sir, ma'am, let's play. Let's not study. We are fed up with this. So see, I'm not against games. Of course, they are the very vital part of a life. But at the same time, students come to school to study, but they don't want to study. So this is what makes this situational and ironical situation. Understood? So last but not the least, we are gonna learn repetition. What is repetition? In this poetic device, a particular word is repeated more than once. So here in fact you must not be confused between alliteration and repetition, because just now we talked about the repetition of sound. So in alliteration, a particular sound is repeated more than once. But in repetition, a particular word is repeated more than once. So let's understand it through example. It's quite easy. Once you are told some example, you will get it immediately. So some example, the very first and the most practiced one is the very dear poem of our life, Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So which poetic device is there? It has repetition in it. You must have remembered I had told you that in this line, apostrophe is also there because the speaker is talking to stars, and when any non-living object is conversated by the speaker, that what makes apostrophe. So that is very correct. This poem, this line has apostrophe as well as repetition. So what does this prove? This proves that a line can have more than one poetic device. So here the second poetic device is repetition, because the word twinkle is being repeated twice. Another example of repetition. Ice is here, ice is here, there, and ice is all around. So see here, the word ice has been repeated 3 times. So that is why we would say that here repetition poetic device has been used here. Alright, so it's very easy to understand repetition. So with this, we get over with the topic of poetic devices, although there are plenty more which in fact come rarely in different poems. So whenever they come, I hope that your respective teachers would explain them thoroughly. For me, till now, it's enough. I hope that my labor must have appreciated by you. And kindly do one thing, since what I have been seen here, I have found that students in fact do not see videos. So you just subscribe my channel and in fact turn on that notification bell, because once the video is uploaded, you would get immediately and it would be a reminder call for you to see the video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I am compelled to say you are great and so am I.